In this video, we're going to go over some details on audio file formats, and I've got 7 of the formats that I see most frequently and the ones that I use most frequently. So we'll find out what's good, what's bad, and what's ugly about all these audio file formats. AC3, also known as Dolby Digital, is a lossy audio compression technology, which means the more it's compressed, the more clarity it loses. Okay. Developed by Dolby Laboratories, it's designed to deliver multi-channel surround sound up to 5.1 channels while keeping file sizes manageable. AC3 is commonly used in DVDs, Blu-rays, streaming services, and digital broadcast television. So we have all seen multimedia that has AC3 audio multiplexed in it. Next, we have MP3. Everybody's familiar with MP3. I mean, that has become the audio standard, right? MP3 is MPEG-1 audio layer 3. It is a digital audio coding format that uses a lossy compression, which also means that it loses fidelity the more you compress it, to reduce the size of the audio files. This allows for efficient storage and transmission of music and other audio content, making it ideal for digital devices and online streaming. Yes, it is. It's really good for online streaming, but it also is a lower sound quality compared to a couple of other file formats. So I was always curious when I don't know what kind of bit rate they offer in MP3 now, but I had always heard that you needed a bit rate of about 256 kilobits on an MP3 file in order for it to be fairly good quality. I don't know if they offer that bit rate on, when you buy audio online and download it, but it's something to consider. M4A. M4A is an audio file format, specifically an MPEG-4 audio file, often used for music and other audio content. It's known for using the Advanced Audio Coding AAC codec, which I've seen a lot, which generally offers better sound quality compared to MP3. Curious, huh? At similar file sizes. So an AAC encoded audio file has better audio quality at roughly the same size as an MP3 file. So it looks to me like AAC is an advantage over MP3 as far as audio quality. MP4A files are commonly associated with Apple products and iTunes Store, which may be why they use that format rather than MP3. WMA is a Windows Media Audio File, a digital audio file format developed by Microsoft. It's commonly used for compressing audio files, often for streaming online music, and is designed to compete with formats like MP3 and I would assume also AAC. WMA files can use both lossy and lossless compression, which is nice, with the latter preserving all audio data. So a lossless compression means that you can compress the file to a smaller size, but it doesn't lose any of the fidelity of the original audio. So WMA just never really caught on, though, as far as I can tell. OGA. OGA is also known as an OGG Vorbis audio, is an audio file format that uses the OGG container. I think we've all heard of OGG Vorbis, right? That's where this came from. It's essentially an audio-only file within the broader OGG framework, often using codecs like Vorbis, FLAC, or Opus. So OGA can also use compression algorithms where it doesn't lose any of the original fidelity of the audio file. While OGA is an open and free format, it's less widely supported by media players and devices compared to formats like MP3, which is always curious to me. When you have an audio file format or a video file format or even an image file format that is free and open source, it's not encumbered by licensing or copyright or anything, I'm always surprised why more companies don't use that format, especially when it can have fidelity just as good as anything else that's out there. Curious. WAV format. We're all familiar with the Windows WAV format for audio files, right? It is a lossless audio file format, which is really great. Not good for streaming, but it's nice that you can use it, for recording. to have a high fidelity audio file to start with. All right. Developed by Microsoft and IBM, it's known for storing audio without compression, preserving high quality, but resulting in larger file sizes compared to compressed file formats like MP3. WAV files are commonly used in professional audio production and for archiving high quality audio. And the reason that it's used for that is because the high quality of the file format. You don't use any of the fidelity. All right. Lastly, we have the FLAC format. FLAC is the free lossless audio codec. It is an audio format that compresses digital audio without any loss of quality. Unlike lossy formats like MP3, it achieves this by using lossless compression, meaning the decompressed audio is bit for bit identical to the original. One of the other great advantages of the FLAC file format, which is the format that I would prefer to use, this makes FLAC ideal for archiving and high-quality listening experiences. FLAC can also handle 5.1 surround sound. And from what I've read, the FLAC codec, audio codec, can handle up to 8 channels of audio. So I would assume it could do 7.1 if you want to do 7.1 with FLAC file format, FLAC audio codec. And it's free, and it's copyright and license unencumbered. So I'm sure there are a lot of companies that are using the FLAC file format. So if you're looking for an audio format that compresses really well to make the file size smaller but doesn't lose any of the original quality of the audio, I would say, for me, the FLAC file format is the one to use. And if I remember correctly, I think FLAC and maybe one other are able to create files that are, so the very first one we looked at, AC3, it and the FLAC are the only ones that I've seen listed out of these 7 audio file formats that can use multi-channel surround sound up to 5.1 channels. And as I stated, I think the FLAC can handle up to 7.1. I know it can handle up to 8 channels of audio. Awesome format. So we learned something today. I didn't realize until I started creating this video and investigating these different file formats that FLAC was such a great audio codec or audio format to use. I will be using that in the future. That's a wrap on this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Tinkerz Lab.